I was a sports psychologist. I founded, with two other guys, the first institute of sports psychology in the country. And we've coached 10 U.S. I've been a coach for 10 U.S. Olympic teams, lots of professional athletes. So a lot of my information comes from sports. And sports is a great visible medium. And the first time I found out about this rethinking was when I was an intern. And I went down to the 1968 Olympic Games, and I saw something that totally changed my thinking. Now, I was an All-American swimmer in high school, and so I was always into, I'd swim the other guy, swim more laps, do that. And I saw an event that was like, boom, it was like an epiphany. And that event was the high jump. And the way they used to jump in the old days was called the Western roll. And the Western roll was like this. You run, 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 like that. Well, it didn't look like that, but, And that was called the Western roll. And all the guys were doing that. And then I spotted this one guy, and he's going running, running, running. Last minute, instead of going like that, he goes head first backwards. And I thought, oh, my God, what is this, some kind of circus freak they snuck in there? One of those guys that you had up there? Now, what was that guy's name? Dick Fosbury, right. What was anybody else's name in the competition? I asked that question a couple of weeks ago. One guy yelled out, loser. But what did Fosbury do? Fosbury did what change-ready people do. He challenged the old way of thinking, the old rules of the game. And he found a way to just break from the pack. Set the world record, gold medal, etc. That same thing has happened in every sport. I mean, one of the great rules is if something's working, keep doing it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it if you're doing great. Well, look at Tiger Woods. Remember when he won his first Masters a bunch of years ago by what? 102 strokes or something? Remember that? He's a really young guy, won it by. Remember what he did right afterwards? He took off for 8 months to rework his swing. Rework his swing? What, are you kidding me? The guy, the best swinger. I mean, he was the best ever. And he was trying to do that. And he just did something in the last major that he was just in. Did you see that? He reinvented golf. He taught people how to play golf on 1.5 legs. But, when people asked Woods why he was on 60 Minutes about 3 months ago, and they said, how come you took off? You were already great. And he said something that is just as true for you, just as true for me, as it was for him. He said, the game's getting tougher. The guys are getting bigger. The guys are getting stronger. They're in better condition. They hit the ball farther. The technology's coming out with the clubs. You can do much more with it. The fairways are, 2 inches wide. The greens are like the ocean in a storm. He said, if I don't keep up in the level of my game, breaking out, he said, I'm going to get left behind. Is that true for you? Is that true for you? Yeah. All right, man. That's what you need. You need juice, baby. That's what you got to have. And that's the key thing. The same thing. The thing I found about people that keep winning is they don't rest on their laurels. They use their laurels as a springboard to get to that next